Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Nier Replicant. My name is Oz. Today we've got some mayo to check. So let's see, maybe it's Gideon and he's finally done with our weapons. So let's see what's up. Oh, this is from Facade actually. So let's see. Official notice. As per rule 25,656, please consider this your official notice that the King of Facade has chosen to enter into the ceremony of matrimony. Please lodge all objections and or congratulations through the official channels stated in Rule 38,585. Sincerely, the Facade Royal Office of Marriage and other legally binding contracts and concerns. Yes. Hey guys, it's me, the King of Facade. Sorry this is all formal and stuff. Listen, I'm getting married and I really want you to come, so get over here. Okay.
The king is getting married. It does this old book good to see a boy become a man.
Probably not a good idea to turn down a wedding invitation from a king. Let's go to Facade.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's also switch to a new weapon, perhaps. Let's try the Spirit of the Usurper, why not? I think that's a good one for now. I have been Facade is a difficult place to record because of the way the voice happens in the game. A merchant passed through the village today and she just kept pulling the craziest stuff out of her bag. She said her name was Accord. That one is a reference to Replicant 3. What's up, Kaina, Emil? You good? Been a while. It's been a hot minute since I tried to record this. Yeah. Facade is a difficult place to record because of the way the voices work. I checked, and it really does seem to operate on the premise that it is Japanese, but the syllables are scrambled. And I find that super interesting because some words in Japanese are quite short and they still maintain, but there is one very peculiar situation where this mixing of syllables manifests itself in a rather funny instance, and it's with numbers, which is doubly funny because it's Facade and number is basically all they have. But I remember I think it was in the Baron Temple, in one of the first cutscenes that we had with the prince, he mentioned something about rule 93 or something to that effect, and the subtitle says 93, but because of the scrambled nature of the audio, he actually ends up saying 39 or something like that. It's like 93 is Kyuju-san, and he ends up saying Sanjukyu, or the other way around, I don't really remember. That really jumped up to me.
I say, do you remember that man? He sent us to the Eyrie to find his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
Oh, neat! When did that happen? It sounds kind of romantic.
It didn't work out.
So they're discussing about the guy with the Frisia. Yeah, that's one of the side quests that are sort of like continuation from the earlier part of the game. And here we have an ocean of sand. And this is where we have to catch our fish. But let's ignore this guy. He's the replacement of the dude with the red bag. I don't think he has anything important to say. We need to catch some sandfish. Let's see.
Haven't fished in a while, huh?
I am amazed you have not yet grown weary of it.
Not really, no. There's just something about catching a fish that makes you feel alive.
Perhaps you are forgetting the reason you went fishing in the first place.
Look, everyone needs a break sometimes.
True stuff. Whoop. So here in the desert, I don't remember if this is true for other regions of the game, but here in the desert in particular, we have to catch the fish in the first bob of the lure. Otherwise, we lose the fish. But yeah, we need 3 of these. It should be no trouble. Not that it works every single time, not even an Evo. Maybe that was just the bait undulating on the sand. Come on. God damn it. Fish got away. Come on, game. What's up? Let's try before jump cut. There we go. Also, this fish is quite on the difficult side of the catch, and it has a really defined radius for actually being caught. You can see sometimes that the bar can move at 2 different speeds. One is quite a bit faster than the other. And easier fish have a much wider area for how precise you have to be with the direction so that they can be caught in the faster speed. And this one seems to be giving me some trouble, but it should be okay. Nice. Got the second one. New record as well. Good. One more. We can do this. Let's... and the weird thing about fishing here in the desert is that a lot of the rarer fish in the game are actually here. And I believe a lot of them also use the same bait. So when you are trying to catch the rarer fish, you end up in a situation where they are all in the same place, and you can, if you're only missing one, it can be quite annoying to actually get the one that you need because the pool is kind of mixed up. But it should be fine. It should be okay. Let's do our best here. Come on. There we go. And then a sandfish. No fishing record. That's too bad. I think that is it, but let's just check. Fisherman's Gambit. You caught the requested fish. Report back to the fisherman. We'll do that later. Good stuff. Also, obviously, this is where the boats would lead us, which is not exactly a huge improvement from simply just running our way through the desert. The fast travel system in this game is a little bit of a joke. But yeah, it's fine.
Does it not strike you as curious to find wolves in the desert?
Should it?
They normally live in forests, yes. Deserts would seem to hold little sustenance for them.
Well, we can certainly guess what they've been eating.
Good stuff. So there are some interesting aspects of Facade that I have very casually glossed over. I've been reading some supplemental material to get a better grasp on some of the nuances of the game's world, and something I was reminded of was the nature of Facade's history. The supplemental material goes a long way to imply that Facade was originally a slave labor camp, and goes to use that as a justification for its architecture and social structure, and why the populace is so enamored with the notion of rule following. This is somewhat compounded by the fact that Facade is essentially the only place in the entire game where we routinely encounter dark-skinned people. However, I find that interpretation of things to be very surface level. Making the town of the black people turn out to be a slave camp is not exactly highbrow material, however poignant that lesson may be. What I find to be much more interesting interpretation is that Facade is simply a more abstract version of what our society actually is, while Seafront, for example, is a much more direct one-to-one interpretation of what a functioning society would be with its more carefree population and merchant trading business. Facade is a hell of a lot more abstract and demands that we look at things from a slightly different angle. While Seafront and even Nier's village are very easy to parse, Facade actually requires empathy. We are challenged to see ourselves in these people and their rules. And it's also, as I read it, an interesting bit of commentary on social identity as a whole. People are all anonymous. The only public person on display is the king. And this is coming from a guy who wears a mask on all his public appearances. It's worth keeping that in mind. Socrates is alleged to have said in his trial that a man who wishes to do good must have a private life, or a public one would be very short-lived. And in Facade, Yoko Taro seems to agree. It might be very easy to dismiss Facade as a whimsical place and sort of a gimmick, but this is not how the game is aiming to portray these people at all. This is the person we should see, right? The material store?
Hey, you expecting a Frisia?
Oh my. This certainly brings back memories.
Memories of what?
Of many things, both pleasant and sad. I used to live in the area, you see.
Oh, then I suppose I should tell you.
That it's been destroyed? Yes, I know. The girl who lived next door to me really loved her Frisias. We used to put them in our hair and... Anyway, one day she was attacked by a shade. Before I could do anything, she turned into a monster. I don't think the adults believed me, but I know it happened. I know it. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you for the flower.
Can't believe she's become a shade.
How terrifyingly cruel.
Should we tell the man that his girlfriend is a shade now?
I honestly don't know.
Well, not anymore. As you may remember, we actually killed her. Way back when we completed the first leg of this quest. But yeah, for all their perceived eccentricities, they are by far the most level-headed and respectful populace in the entire game. Time and time again, Nier has mentioned how he feels accepted in town and how they are open to the existence of Kaine and even Emil. And they are welcoming and warm so long as you follow their rules, and that is something to be respected and understood. I find this reading to be a lot more captivating. I am not particularly interested in what the game factually says. I am much more enthralled by what it means, by how it can be read philosophically. And facade, which by the way is a word that can literally mean a lie, an illusion of some sort, a front put up to deceive others. Facade can be a masterclass on making people miss the greater point, which seems to be a thing that happens quite often. It's not even hidden. It has enough abstraction to keep it from being incredibly obvious, but it's totally there. The relationship is there. That's why Facade is one of my favorite places in this entire game. It's super interesting.
We hear your days of bachelorhood are coming to a close, King.
Congrats.
Forgive my prying, but we are all eager to know the identity of your lucky bride.
Hold on. Fira?
You have grown into a fine example of womanhood. I'm sure you will make a splendid queen.
Kaine's gonna want to see this.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Your Royalness. Congratulations on your wedding. I'm sorry Kaine's not here, but...
Of course. How could we refuse?
So I am not going to voice any of the Facade natives during this section. If you're interested in what they have to say, I suggest you take a moment to look at the screen.
To think they even have rules governing the timing and water temperature of a bath.
What's it to you? You don't even take baths. Kaine?
What is the matter?
I don't like this. Weddings are festive occasions, you know? Should I even be here?
We were invited here by the king, remember?
Sure, but what about everybody else?
This city isn't like our villages. It's all about the rules here. And since there isn't a specific rule about you, I honestly think they won't give a crap.
Yeah, maybe.
Will you at least procure a new set of lingerie for the festivities? Some spring colors, perhaps?
Keep talking, book.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Let's see how smug you are when I toss you on a campfire.
Hey, what's up, Emil?
Oh,
What's up?
just having trouble getting to sleep.
Something bothering you?
No, the opposite, in fact. I'm just so excited about the wedding that I can't settle down. I bet it's gonna have streamers and dancing and bears on unicycles and everything. I'm sorta jealous. I wish I was Fira.
You'll find a nice bride someday, Emil.
Huh? Oh, right. Bride.
You must be tired indeed if you misunderstood that simple social nicety.
Yeah, that's not exactly it.
流停体終えたゼルガンと救世し続いている改ざんを解きてと傷とやりつだ真实际以為ずっと残さ弱いんだ
Everyone needs to blow off steam and celebrate once in a while.
Indeed, your people have earned a moment of rest and respite.
これだ
Plus, you want to make Fira happy, right? Anyway, life is better when you have someone to fight for.
アルトゥルは自殺だった対決だささ